Another performer was to emerge from the Midwest of America, near Detroit, to take over Morrison's mantle and wear the leather trousers.
Walk across the USA.
He too would challenge the audience in an extreme and physical way.
Another year with nothing to do.
I think what was cool about where I grew up was that there was so much wild space around that I used to spend most of my time, my free time every day, I would go out in the corn and make up games. I grew up in a mobile home, actually a series of them. The one when I was little was in a mobile home court of about 100 trailers. And I think the solitude and time, the Midwestern, where I was, gave me an ability to concentrate and to imagine. That would make me able to do the job later when it came up. I dropped out of college and went to try to play the blues because I liked this kind of music. And it didn't take me long to figure out that, you know, I wasn't middle-aged, I wasn't black, and I wasn't from Mississippi. But how about if I could take those ideas, but do that from the point of view of our life back in Michigan?
Since we broke away for our message, Iggy has been in the crowd and out again 3 different times. They seem to be enjoying it, and so does he.
Get all right! Get all right!
We seem to have lost him, and we're trying to get a light on him now.
The Doors were very key for us. I would listen a lot to what he was doing, and the Velvet Underground, who were very, very, very avant and very key for us at the time. But still, it was mainly about clang bang, clang 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 bang bang bang, loud and annoying. And the more annoying it was, the better. And then the added element was to find something monolithic, simple, metallic, just like a big machine. And the way I got into that was because you'd go to the Ford plant and you watch the drill press. And that's such a great sound. And each one is another Fender, you know. And it was just, I thought, God, those are impressive sounds, big sounds, and they're so regular and simple. I thought those are sounds that even we could master. At first, we'd just have any old riff that was okay, and we'd go along and play it for a while, and I'd sing whatever came into my head, and I would change the song every month. And I would act it out and dance around, and I was taking my feeling and my dances from a combination of the things I felt when I was walking around on drugs, the things that I saw American Indians do, and also dances that I'd seen done in Chicago at the blues bars. You had rowdy elements in the audiences in Michigan, and also you had kind of resistant elements. And so I started mixing it up with the crowd, and if they wouldn't give me what I wanted, I would go out and take the show to them.
No fun, my babe. No fun.
All sorts of things started happening. Sometimes I would, just for the fun of it, I'd do what little kids do when they want to get attention, was just stand really still and then pretend I was falling on the floor, except I'd do it falling off a stage and fall on top of somebody. Sometimes I'd lose my clothes, and I got busted for that a couple times. Other times I'd get nicked up myself. Maybe I'd nick myself with a drumstick or something if I was nervous or uncomfortable. Different things would happen. There was a big period when I got into this routine of I would go out and just find the prettiest girl in the crowd and seize her, because it was a great way to meet girls. Basically, you know, I mean, hey, I've got a band, I'm in town, let's get something out of this. I'm not getting paid that much, right? And we started getting a big following, mostly disaffected high school kids, unemployed people or mentally deranged people, people that come back from Vietnam always liked us.
That's peanut butter.
Although Iggy gained a cult reputation, the Stooges' career as a band was dogged by increasing problems with drugs, and their first album, produced by the Velvet Underground's John Cale, sold pitifully. Another performer from Detroit was also, like Iggy, doing things a little differently.
Lines form on my left and right, lines form on my face and hands. I'm in the middle without any plans. I'm a boy and I'm a man. I'm 18.
I'm a boy and I'm a man. I'm 18 and I don't know what I want.
To us, it was a combination of comic books, every RKO horror movie we'd ever seen. We were total students of trivial television. We never read anything that wasn't a cheap novel, you know. I mean, we were really the epitome of the American cultureless society. And all we did was we invented this Frankenstein named Alice Cooper that was really a reflection of that.
I gotta get out of this place. I gotta run it with the hottest
I think the idea of insulting the middle America by changing your name to Alice Cooper and wearing women's clothes and everybody in the band being dead straight, and instead of being dopers, everybody drank beer. We were all American. We were every bit all American. And all we did was we took all the taboos and just put them on the table.
What does it take?
We played the Toronto Rock and Roll Revival. It was about 80,000 people outdoors, and nobody had ever heard of us.
Give me a break, yeah.
And we did our normal set. But at the end of our show, we always used to take a pillow, and we'd open it up, and we had CO2 cartridges, and we would blow these feathers all over the audience. And one pillow will pretty much cover Madison Square Garden. And we had about 3 or 4 pillows that night. And all the feathers were going, and somebody from the audience threw a chicken on stage. And I picked it up, you know, I figured it's a bird, you know, I'm from Detroit, I don't know, if chicken's got wings, it'll fly. And I threw it back in the audience, figuring it would just fly away. And it went into the audience, and the audience tore it to pieces. I always say that we were the dagger in the heart of the love generation. You know, we were like the stake right through the heart, because we were right at the end of peace and love, and all of a sudden here was this shiny new horrible monster that was really fun to watch.